offensive to anybody. I cracked jokes about almost everybody that I saw. That one just happened to make it in the show. I wasn't trying to be mean or like say anything negative about black people.
Stop the cap.
We were looking for a black donor. That we're black. We wanted a black donor. So it was just misconstrued and taken way out of context. Like, I talked about quite a few people as we joked looking for donors, but that's the one that made it, and I guess they thought it was funny, and I didn't think it would bother anybody, or else I would have taken it out. I had no idea people were going to be so offended.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But I meant no harm whatsoever. We wanted a black donor. Like, I was just like, what? People take things and run with it. And I'm like, what? People who know me know that I didn't mean any harm.
Who?
So if I offended anybody, I do apologize, but it was a joke between me and my wife and the doctor. Like, we joke like that. We play around. So it wasn't meant to be offensive in any way.
No. Shut up, bitch.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We feeling this shit. Now, y'all know I hate to do car videos, but you know what? Here goes another car video.
Shit. Yeah, I'm tired of that. It was so disrespectful.
And I had to speak on this before, you know what I'm saying, before I forget. But the Brat and her bride, or whoever they want to assimilate as, obviously got artificially inseminated to have this baby. So Brat is carrying her egg, while the Brat is carrying an egg that was inseminated by some donor that they went and found at a sperm bank.
What kind of shit is that?
Now, what I kind of feel that's actually funny is the fact that they said that they only had 300 out of 300 donors. There was only one black donor, and the Brat and this young lady, quote unquote, say that he looked like Jiminy Cricket.
Nasty bitch.
Now, you know, it's actually kind of ironic that these women, who obviously could not land a good enough dude to the point that they had to go reach out to get artificially inseminated, had the audacity to go take a shot at a black man who tried to benefit them females. Because let's just be real, humanity doesn't need sperm donors. It's these lonely ass females that need sperm donors.
He ain't lying.
Now, keep in mind, you know, Brat and this young lady, or not, I should say young lady, old lady. If they're so all that, why didn't they just go and have a kid? Well, if they were planning to have a kid, even if they wanted to, you know, they're just so all that, why didn't they just get a surrogate father? Because they could have did that as long as they, you know, had the doctors and the lawyers involved. But obviously, they can't bag what they truly want, which is a high-value, good-looking man.
Emotional damage.
I guess they found this white guy who's supposedly, I guess, tall and good looking and blah, blah. But maybe the reason why they couldn't find a black man that way is because, let's just be real, whether you're white or black, if you had to reach out and get somebody who was probably not in your race, there's a possibility that, you know, they may be, you know, I'm not saying they're not a good couple for you, but just keep in mind, if they're so all that, why couldn't they get someone in their own racial category? So I'll just leave it at that. Now, you know, that just kind of goes to show that after all that, you know, either they don't have enough money or they don't have enough pull to get this type of black man that they are willing to even go and, you know, have a baby by.
Nope.
Another thing that was actually going in my head too was, so, you know, they claim that they only found one donor at the same time. That might just be them making an excuse for really just wanting to have a half-white baby.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Now, you know, maybe that's not the case. You know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I have a hard time assuming that they could not find, you know, even though there's not many men who donate sperm, I find it hard to believe that they could not find other black men who could have actually donated. I just believe that, you know, unfortunately, you know, the people who hate black men or anything black the most, unfortunately, are our women, because it's them who dictate, you know, who would carry on their genes and who would no longer pass those genes. So, you know, for the fact that they had to go and get someone, donate, they had to go get sperm for someone who was, you know, Caucasian, that says a lot about how they view themselves.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And let's just be real. They talk about old boy look like Jiminy Cricket, but yo, the Brat looking kind of fat right there, man. Like, you know, you could just call it baby weight or call it what you want, but, you know, if you look at her, she look all swelled up. And let's just be real, you know, her wife ain't really all that either. So for them to go take a shot at, you know, at a black man's looks, just goes to show the delusion of these females. Now, keep in mind, did they take in consideration the fact of how it's going to be to raise Caucasian, a kid who's actually half Caucasian? Did they ever take that in consideration?
It's an evil world we live in.
Because let's just be real, raising a child who's biracial could have its own issues in itself. And I think that's something that they did not even take in consideration, because let's just be real, you know, they're soft-solistic, and, you know, they only want to, you know, think about themselves. They don't think about anybody in the long run. They don't think about the fact that, you know, this child, you know, I mean, wonder, you know, where the dad is, because let's just be real, you know, the Brat and whatever, and whoever, they can act like, you know, they're the mommy and daddy. By the end of the day, when that child goes to school, they're gonna see kids have a actual father and a mother. So they have to explain that, well, you have a father, but he was a sperm donor. People don't take in consideration the magnification of what they do. But hey, that's their screwed up life, and I was just kind of reporting on what I feel about that.
I don't give a fuck.